Okay, hello ladies. I'm going to be explaining to you guys how fantasy football works and what it is. Hopefully by the end of this, you will no longer have any more questions and you will understand what fantasy football is. All right, first, let's start. What is fantasy football? It's a set number of players. In our case, that's going to be 10 players, okay? Drafting NFL players to score points. That is the most simple terms we can get with this, all right? Now we're going to break that down even more. Now we already know there's 10 of us playing, okay? So we're going to go into the drafting, as in the draft method. We are going to be using what is called the snake method, which means that we're going to go from draft picks 1 through 10 to 10 through 1. All right, 1. This dot indicates 1, 10, 10, 1, 1, 10. And we're going to do that the entire way until we're out of picks, all right? Until all of our draft picks are done, okay? Now, I'm going to explain to you guys some of the do's and don'ts of drafting. Do draft a wide receiver and a running back first. Please do not draft a quarterback first or any other position first, for the love of God. Don't draft off of how hot they are. Don't do this, guys. Please. Second, draft at least one player per position. At least. All right? Next, don't draft multiple defenses. We're going to get into that later. Or kickers. We're going to get into that later. Do draft roughly 3 running backs, 4 tight ends, 2 tight ends, and 1 quarterback. All right? You're going to need a backup quarterback, tight end. Well, details, semantics. Don't draft a quarterback in the first round. Wait till like the 5th round to do so. In the final let the CPU draft your team. All right, next. We're going to break down the points in the player positions. All right. So first things first is we have the quarterback. Here, what if I get down here? So we have the quarterback. The quarterback throws the football to his receiver, running back, or tight end. Okay. For every 6 points, for every passing touchdown, I want to emphasize this. Every passing touchdown, you get 6 points from your quarterback. All right. For every one, you get 1 point every 10 passing yards. It comes down to it comes down to 0.1 points per yard. We can all do simple math here. All right. Next, the running back. The running back runs the ball. He can also catch the ball, though. Okay? So you get 6 points for every rushing touchdown. I understand everything is backwards. Rushing touchdown. 1 point every 10 rushing yards or receiving. And you get 1 point if he catches the ball. Not if he runs the ball, if he catches the ball. Now, if you have questions on what a catch is, that I can explain that, because if he catches the ball behind the line of scrimmage, that does not count as a pass and a catch. That is simply a toss. That's different terms. Third, wide receiver. The wide receiver catches the ball. Okay, you get 6 points for every receiving touchdown by a wide receiver. 1 point every 10 receiving yards. they can also run. Doesn't happen very often. And you get 1 point every catch. So if my player has 4 catches for 40 yards, that right there is 8 points, because he has 4 points for the catches, 4 points for the 40 yards. Next is the tight end. The tight end can catch the ball, he can run the ball, or he can be a blocker. The blockers don't mean anything. You don't need to worry about that. I'm just letting you guys know what he can do. Same as all the other ones. All right. Next up, defense. To put it simple, less points allowed equals good. So if I'm playing the Chicago Bears and my defense only lets them score 3 points that entire game, that's really good for me. You know, there's a lot of, we can get into the nitty gritty of yards allowed, forced fumbles, interceptions, sacks, TFLs. We're not going to in this video. This is simply just an introductory. And then the kicker kicks the ball. Now, pay attention here. All right, this one gets a little tricky. If the kicker is kicking a field goal, it's worth 3 points. If he is kicking a PAT, it's only worth 1 point. Both of those kicks do need to go like in between the uprights, but the difference is a field goal is when the team, the offense, is trying to score points without scoring a touchdown, which is when the ball goes in the end zone, caught by, or, you know, crosses line by any offensive player. A PAT stands for point after touchdown. So it's worth 1 point. That's how they get 7 points on the board. And then when they kick a field goal, they get an additional 3, which makes it 10 points on the board. Okay? That is fantasy football in a nutshell. I really hope you guys understand, because this is as simple as I can make it.